Everywhere you go, people are competing. Competition makes up our society. The best job, the best girl, the best clothing, the best status, the best approach, the best pickup line, the best reframe. Everybody wants to be on top, not necessarily consciously, but that instinct is always there. In sports, competition is pretty obvious, pretty conscious and pretty deliberate. And in some areas, the competition between businesses is pretty obvious. Like back when the internet was invented, there was fierce competition between the search engines. Yahoo was #1 for a while until Google came along and dominated everybody. Maybe they cheated, maybe not. But consider this idea. An idea that few people, particularly successful people, would ever admit. That is that most winners don't really win the way we think they do. Even athletes. Sure, out there on the field, they clearly beat their opponents, but there is a much deeper competition going on. That of luck, being born with the right genes, having the best coaches and parents as a child. Without any of these, the most successful people wouldn't be successful, particularly today in a society with an ever-expanding money supply. Back in the early 2000s, you could swing a dead cat and come up with $1 billion tech idea, borrow money on the cheap, expand your business with a ton of debt, and get filthy rich from the exploding stock market bubble. But there is another way to compete, one that doesn't require being in the right place at the right time, one that doesn't require having super genius parents or teachers, one that doesn't require finely tuned genetics. It only requires using what you showed up with, your factory settings. Namely, your brain. Your brain comes with nearly unlimited learning potential. Imagine if you time traveled as a child, back when you were 2, and you went ahead 3,000 years into the future, and you grew up like a regular person 3,000 years into the future. Imagine the kinds of things they will teach in junior high school and high school that far into the future. Imagine all the science and math that hasn't been invented. Do you think you'd have any problem soaking up all that future tech with your now brain? Nope. Our brains are the same as they were 10,000 years ago. Our brains will be the same in a few thousand years. Evolution isn't nearly as fast as most people think. That means you have a potentially huge advantage in between your ears, enough to absolutely dominate any competition you'll find in your life. Strengthen that muscle and build your empire. To learn more, visit mindpersuasion.com/fierce-focus.